My name is Romeo Muyunda. I am the Chief Public Relations Officer as well as the spokesperson for the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism. And today we are here attending and participating at the training that is organized for journalists in environmental reporting. And this training is very important, especially from the ministry, which is responsible for overseeing environmental protection in Namibia. The importance of this training cannot be overemphasized as we look into the implications of climate change in the country, especially when we are training people that are catalysts of information, people that are taking this information to different segments of society. They need to be trained and understand the element of climate change as well as environmental protection. What we know and what we have observed so far is that there is very little in-depth in terms of the reporting that our journalists are doing in the country. There is very little understanding on issues pertaining to climate change, the concepts of climate change and environmental preservation by the information agents as in journalists in the country. And it is our hope as a ministry that this training is going to capacitate the journalists in those needed skills, those needed understanding. So from the ministry also, it is very concerning when we see surface level reporting from journalists, of course, not showing that in-depth understanding that we are talking about here. And therefore, it is our hope that with the training, we are going to address that challenge. What we see often is the fact that journalism in Namibia is people wait for incidences to take place for them to report on issues. They wait for ministerial officials to speak on issues, to report on them, especially when it comes to issues of climate change. But the level of educating a general member of public, a Namibian who is in the rural areas, to a Namibian that is in the urban areas, that responsibility, I think the journalists are not taking it. They are not taking it accordingly, so that we are able to inform and educate members of the public on issues of climate change and what is it that is required of them. So we feel that there is so much of a gray space that these journalists or our journalists should cover in terms of educating different segments of the Namibian society. So yeah, I think that is in a nutshell about this training. But also the other concern is the fact that with the media houses in Namibia, or when there are events of environmental nature or climate change nature, any journalist is going to be sent to come and cover that report. Unfortunately, this creates a challenge for us as authorities and stakeholders in the sector, because you are sending somebody that does not have background information into environmental reporting. There's no basis for that reporting. So this may also end up or lead up into element of poor reporting and so on. So this is a serious challenge, and we want to encourage media houses to allocate bits to journalists, especially environmental journalism, which is, or environmental reporting, which is such a complex and technical subject, you need to allocate a bit or to somebody that shows interest, to somebody that shows passion, and somebody that is willing to learn about the concepts of the environment and its preservation thereof. So I think this is what I think about this training, and my expectation moving forward is to this training to be a starting point when it comes to cultivating or growing a crop of journalists that are well versed with the issues of climate change, environmental reporting, growing a crop of journalists that are dedicated to environmental reporting but also passionate in their work.